we have to start with the EuroLeague return of Daniel Theis, and he's returning to Monaco, surprisingly, after 8 seasons in the NBA. He was waived by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now he's back in the EuroLeague. If you remember, he was playing for Brose Basket back in 2017. Monaco is his destination. There were 2 offers that were better, but Daniel Theis chose Monaco. What were your reactions?
Monaco is a good place for athlete to live. Also, the taxes are quite friendly. So if the difference is 100K or 200K, I don't think that is the determining factor. Other than that, maybe Daniel Theis was excited about Project Spanulis. Maybe they promised him something interesting. It's nice to have him back in Europe, first of all. I thought that he might sign in the NBA. The LA Lakers needed a big guy. Some other teams competing for playoffs needed an extra man in the rotation, but maybe he just didn't want to be a backup to a backup playing 8 minutes. Or not playing at all in the playoffs. So he chose Europe. He chose a team that is competing to be in the Final Four. You will play for titles. Monaco, once they signed all the players before the season, we were talking about the fact they don't really have a mobile center who could play the fourth quarter and switch on defense, guard the perimeter. They had Dante Hall in the previous years. They had John Brown in the previous years. Now we saw a team with 3 bigs, Demo, Papagiannis, and Gytis. So signing Daniel Theis makes sense. He's the one who's going to close games, who's going to be there in the fourth quarters. You can trust him defensively. On offense, he can knock down an occasional mid-range jump shot or a free. He can grab a couple of offensive rebounds. He's a very experienced, smart player. But also, I'm thinking maybe based on matchups against certain teams, he could play as a 4. Who knows? Because right now you're probably going to sacrifice one of your centers.
And now you can actually, say that definitely they are one of the contenders this season for the title. It's up for them to actually, figure out how they play with Theis. And I mean, they have everything to compete for the title. And in the Final Four, when it's one game, they can definitely, try to beat anybody.
Is it even a question whether he's a starting center for Monaco now?
I think he's a closing center. You don't need.
It doesn't matter in the EuroLeague.
The games with.
Let's say the center who will play the most minutes then.
Not necessarily, but I think he's going to be the one who's closing games.
The most important one.
The most
you
important
could say that.
piece. And the very important fact is that he's experienced. He played in EuroLeague. He played in FIBA competitions just recently. He doesn't need to adjust to anything. He knows everything. Like, it won't be hard for him to play in the EuroLeague after 8 years in the NBA.
In his career so far, he's always been with let's say, ball-dominant guards. Of course, in the NBA, the list of players he played with who are superstars is endless, but also with Dennis Schroeder in the national team, and now he'll have Mike James, Elio Kobo, Nick Kalaitis. All these 3 guys are the guys to use his hard screens, also use his rebounding on defense, on offense. Also, he's not a bad rim protector, actually, for his size.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 1 block a game, at least. I think it was in the FIBA World Cup, in the Olympics. Also, he was averaging something above 1 block in his career in the NBA as well.
In 2016-17 season, when he had a really, really great game against Žalgiris, and I was commentating that game, I remember I said, this guy, Daniel Theis, looks like a perfect modern center in European basketball. And season after that, he went to the NBA. And I think he's coming back with still plenty to offer. He's a veteran right now, but I don't think he's in some rapid decline or anything like that. We saw what he can produce for the German national team. So